Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. Stephanie March from Minneapolis St. Paul Magazine, filling in the co-host chair today.
So fun.
So Steph, we know this. When you're in a relationship, when you meet your partner's parents for the first time, this can be a really big deal.
Yeah.
You know, you want to make a good impression. You still want to seem fun and cool. That experience can be just like one of the steps it takes to sell your house. Here to explain in today's real estate report from DeRoche Realty Group and Coldwell Banker Burnett, we welcome back Julie and Daniel DeRoche. Fresh off the kiss cam. Hi guys, nice to see you.
Well done, well done.
All right, let's talk about selling your house. Big deal, and showings are like the #1 most important thing because that's when people are coming in to actually see it, right, Julie?
And I always relate it to anything in real estate can be related to dating. So that's like your first date.
That's the first date. Okay.
So you want your best outfit on. You want to smell good. So you want to make sure the house looks good. You want the temperature between 70 and 72. You want music on. You want the people to walk around and fall in love with the house.
So you want it to be lights, music, action.
Yep. Lights on. It's so annoying when I walk into a house and all the lights are off.
Oh, really?
Especially this time of year as it gets dark early.
Yeah.
You show up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock to show a house. You can't even see the house address from outside. You can't find the lockbox because it's dark.
You want it to feel welcoming right away.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are some of the things that maybe you guys have encountered that haven't been so pleasant when you walk in with potential buyers to a showing? Oh, look at them, look at each other.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories.
People sleeping. It's always nice to walk into the bedroom and there's people in bed.
Tip 1, be awake for your showing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want
You have to be awake to leave.
There.
Yep.
Yeah. So the biggest thing is you need to have everybody out of the house.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Nobody there. And this is a mistake that people make where, I mean, Daniel, you've walked in on people in their house?
I've caught people in their home doing illegal stuff while I'm doing showings. Big dogs walking around the house free, you know, where the buyers don't even want to come in the house. You have to, it has to be empty, clean, smelling good, lights on, blinds open, nobody home.
Is there a thing about putting apples and cinnamon on the stove? Is that like, you know, like
I
cooking
showed
a little
a house
something?
and they were baking an apple pie in the oven, and it actually smelled really great when we walked in. And
Did it
we were
smell?
all trying to figure out what smelled good, and then I looked in the oven and there was an apple pie.
It's a trick.
It helps if you got 15 air fresheners plugged in. They're trying to hide something. If there's just something cooking that smells good,
Yep.
it makes
a
you
good
happy.
Okay, so that's good to know. Get on out. Now, you should get most of your showings within the first week. That you put it on the
Yes.
market and then it's boom.
You'll have the most excited, the most serious buyers usually within that first week because they're already looking. Your house comes on the market, they see it, they want to get into it right away.
So
and
you
take
should
a
just
look at it.
plan to like be out of the house for most of
Definitely.
the time
Yep.
that first
Absolutely.
week.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're getting the offer. You want to get an offer, Daniel. So you say if you haven't gotten an offer within a certain amount of time, you might have some trouble with some pricing. What's the line here?
It really depends a lot on the price. If it's, you know, your typical $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 home, you should see offers in that first 10 days. If you get beyond 10, 15 days and you're getting activity and no offers, something's not right.
Okay.
You're probably overpriced, not prepared properly, not marketed properly, something for sure.
And you should expect to negotiate on the offer?
If it's beyond a week, absolutely. In that first week, a lot of times you'll see really good, strong offers, but you get beyond a week and you will typically see people coming in 5-ish% low unless you're really overpriced and you lucked out and got somebody that's willing to make an offer. You could see 10% low easily.
Was it, you know, in the beginning of the summer, it sounded like there was such a flurry and people were getting multiple offers and just craziness. And is that still the case, or is it
Slow down a little
slow
bit.
down? Does that happen in the fall anyway?
Kids go back to
Yep.
school. It's starting to pick up again, but you know, you get a little break with the kids going back to school.
Okay. Inspections are something that you have to be prepared to handle
Yes.
then when you're selling. So what are the inspections that you need to get?
Well, they'll do a general home inspection.
Yep.
If you live in the country on a septic and well system, they'll do an inspection for that. Radon is a big deal now within the last couple years. Now buyers are doing radon tests.
So the buyers pay for that, and
the buyers pay for it.
For the
Yep.
test.
For the test.
Yep.
Yep. A lot of times, if you have an older home, you'll do a chimney inspection and a sewer line scope to make sure that there's no issues with the sewer line.
They can be big problems. If you have a problem with your sewer line that isn't caught during inspection, $7,500, $12,000 to replace that, depending on how deep it is. And if buyers don't do that inspection, you move in, all of a sudden your drains are a bit slow, you find out that you got a big problem in your sewer line, huge. Chimneys are the same thing. You can have a $7,500, $10,000 chimney repair if you don't inspect it.
So you want to get a good inspector that comes in and does that. Now, what if you're saying, okay, you know, they've come in, the buyer has inspected this, they find a problem, but listen, they still love the house and they want it. Do you negotiate? Is the seller have to pay for that?
The buyer and seller will negotiate,
Yeah.
and anything can happen. The seller could fix those items. They could come to an agreement where they do a price reduction for the buyer to take care of them after they close.
And when the inspections are happening, if you're the seller, do you have to be out of the house?
Again, out of the house. And then
Jeez.
the big thing is, okay, they like you, so you want the house to look even, I think, better sometimes. They're going to stay in the house for, the inspection's 3 to 4 hours long.
Yeah.
So they're going to be in the house for a long time. So you want to, again, make sure that you still look good, the house still looks
This
good.
is where you say it's like the relationship where you don't want to
Yep.
let yourself go a few weeks in.
No.
Well, you got so many people to impress. It's usually the buyers coming back, their inspector, who they're paying to try to find stuff wrong. And
Right.
they will.
Right.
And a lot of times, mom and dad and the know-it-all friend are there too.
Yes. Oh God, yeah.
Happens a lot.
Lifting up, you know, peering behind curtains, things like that.
Oh, yeah. All right, now the final steps of when can we expect to close? What's happening right now with current conditions and mortgages and all that stuff?
Typically, from an accepted offer until you actually get your, house and the keys and stuff. In today's world, you're seeing about 45 days. Financing seems to take a little longer than it used to, a little more hoops to jump through type stuff. So it's taken closer to 45 days.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that closing. One of the biggest problems we see is sellers that don't have their home prepared for the closing. Like your buyers are going to do that last-minute inspection right before they give you all their money. And it can't be a big shambles. You can't rip all the art off the walls and leave big holes in the walls.
Right.
Yeah.
Try to think about what you would want if you were going into your new home.
Yeah.
And clean it. When you're ripping all the art off the walls, maybe leave the screws in. Don't rip big anchors out and leave
Clean
holes, and clean it, wash
Insides
it.
of cabinets, appliances,
Yeah.
Now, do
ovens.
you
Move the
recommend,
couch.
I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
They've moved all the furniture now. You got the row of cat
you
hair
can
and
see
dust
it
bunnies
all,
behind
yeah.
it. Clean
Yeah.
it.
do you recommend people have a professional cleaning team come in and just do
Absolutely.
it?
Yes.
I think it's really hard
a-
to see
Yeah.
your own house when you're looking in the cabinets.
And you're so stressed out with moving, and you think you're going to have enough time to clean it, and then it comes down to the wire, and you don't.
You just
It's just
don't.
better to hire
Pay it
someone.
forward, really. Like,
Yeah.
I have sellers that they literally will have a house cleaner come in and clean everything. They'll shampoo their carpets. They'll actually touch up all the paint. So those buyers move in, they'll leave a bottle of wine, and it feels so good. It's such a big deal, and a lot of sellers don't take it seriously enough, but then they're upset that when the house they bought wasn't left properly.
yeah, that's
Right.
good karma. To
Karma.
pay that
Treat people the
forward.
way you
Good
want to be
karma.
treated, and it'll be a better day.
That's really good. One more question before we go. If you are thinking about selling and you're thinking about doing a contingency where you want to buy but it's contingent on your house selling, are buyers going for that, or do you want to try to avoid that?
If you want to get the best deal, you want to try to avoid that.
Yeah.
Because you're probably going to pay more if you're a contingent buyer.
Okay.
Because the seller's not going to want to negotiate with you as much.
Yeah, and they don't
So-
want to sit and wait along for your house to sell.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't want to be on the market because once it's got a contingent offer accepted, I'd honestly say probably 9 out of 10 buyers aren't going to look at it anymore.
Right.
So it takes a
Right.
lot of people out of there.
Out of the running. All right, good stuff. Doesn't it
Good
make
stuff.
you want to sell?
Yep.
And fun and hire a house
Interesting.
cleaner? It's
Yeah,
really good.
hire a house cleaner.
That's a good idea. So we have a link to the DeRoche Realty Group with Coldwell Banker Burnett on our website. If you want to maximize your chances of getting the home you want or selling yours for top dollar, they would be happy to have a one-on-one meeting with you at no cost. They'll just tell it like it is, which I just love.
Yep.
Visit TwinCitiesLive.com for more, and big thanks to DeRoche Realty Group for sponsoring our show.